Hello, so I'm back with another painting video. This time I'm going to try and give you some hints and tips as to how I paint what I paint. I just want some trees basically. That's what I'm going for today. So I've got my background colour on there. I'm going with a red because I want a sunset on there. I'm painting the black in the top just to get a bit of gradient and a silhouette landscape on the bottom. And then I'm going back in with an orange just to try and create like a sunset kind of feeling just there. So I'm just blending the wet paint, it's all wet there, I'm just blending it just so there's no harsh edges. Going back in with a sponge just to put some clouds on there, but for me that didn't work because I just kind of painted over there when I got to the part where I was putting the trees in, it just got lost, so it wasn't really necessary. So here I'm just with a fine brush, I'm just going in and painting some trees in. If you're not sure how you would paint trees, there's no real way. I mean, just get yourself some pictures to look at and then just try your best to copy it. But if you go wrong, I mean, all you're doing is just like basically just putting a line on and then some more lines coming off that line. It's not too difficult. I can't see how you'd go wrong. But if you're unsure, just get yourself some pictures to look at. And if you do go wrong, just try and work with what you've done, because there's nothing worse than doing it and then painting over it and then painting back on again and painting over it. I do it sometimes, but it really doesn't work for me. I don't like doing it. So I'm going in the top there with some orange paint and just putting some dots where I want the stars, just before I put my white stars on, because I think it makes it look less harsh, just so it doesn't look like you just put some dots on the sky. It looks more like light, I feel, than it does anyway. Some people will probably disagree, I don't know. Going back in there. Oh, and I've got a shooting star, as you might have seen. And then the shinier ones, it's just a blob of paint that I've smudged with my finger, just kind of gone round in circular motions just to make like an orb, I guess, and then gone back on top of that with a white dot just to make it look shiny. I'm going in with a sponge there to put the leaves on the trees. It's cheating, but I don't care. That's how I do it. Just building up the colour. Try use a couple of different colours from the same kind of palette. And maybe one contrast colour. I use green there. You can't really tell though. But just so it doesn't look too dimensional, it looks more lifelike, I suppose. And then going back over the top of what you first painted out of your trees, going back over the top with the black again, but not over the whole of the branches, just some of the branches, just to pick it out, like in and amongst the leaves, if that makes sense, because you don't want to paint over the whole of the branch, because you wouldn't see the whole of the branch through the leaves, if that makes sense. You'd only see some of it, which is why I haven't painted over all of it. I hope that makes sense. That was, I don't know. There I am, just putting some highlights on. The way I paint highlights is probably not for everyone. I kind of go a bit heavy-handed with the white, but that's how I like it. It's my personal preference. It's my style, I guess. It might not be for everyone. If you don't like it, just go in with like a more natural colour, probably like an orange. And in the bottom, I will just define some edges there on the tops of the trees with a white, and then got my signature on there. And then we're pretty much done, so that's it. It's not that difficult. A sponge and a paintbrush. Not difficult at all.